The Whisp Turlington Show on 108.9 The Hawk.
Listen to the music, the Doobie Brothers on 108.9 The Hawk. Oh, the Doobies.
Oh, what do they think we're doing the entire time we are listening to the music? Do they have to keep repeating it to us?
It's just like, listen to the music. I'm doing that.
I'm doing it. Get off my back. Maybe they know that we're multitasking. Nobody can focus on one thing.
That's the problem with today.
If there's one thing I've always said about the Doobs, they are prescient.
What have you always said about the Doobs?
I have always said about the Doobs, a prescient band. They know that we are going to be pulled apart by our phones, various contents. They knew it, so they were like, hey, in the future, listen to the goddamn music, will you?
Yeah. I think their song Blackwater is about AI.
And about various scandals with the Clintons.
Very much so.
Mostly because of the use of the word water.
Water, yeah. It's all about...
And Watergate. I mean,
Watergate, they were really ahead. I mean, modern day, bearded, ponytailed... Nostradamuses. Completely.
I tell you.
God.
We have always said that, though. We have always said that.
Yeah, it is Whisp and Geoff in the morning right here on the Whisp Turlington Show. Do you like when I say that now?
I mean, I love
that it is Whisp and Geoff in the morning.
It feels nice. Because you know you've got the title for the show.
Oh, I know it's mine.
And I'm not claiming anything there.
Right,
I am not going to be like, give me a percentage. I can and I won't.
Well, you're not going to get it. You're getting paid now, though, which is a nice thing.
It is nice I'm getting paid. There is a little bit of anger in you threatening me that I'm not going to get a percentage. But, I can't expect you to have a complete 180 turnaround. Is that the right number? 180?
There's still
a complete 360 turnaround is what it might be.
That's just a circle, right?
That is just a circle as far as I'm concerned.
I'm looking at our producer behind the glass. Scotty, is that a circle? He's shaking his head no.
Shaking his head no. 360 degrees is not a circle, but I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think he's ever seen a fucking circle. I don't think he's ever seen a fucking circle.
3-minute delay, by the way.
3 minutes. There you go. Yeah, make sure that's on. We get up to 2 hours, but we don't like to use it all the fucking time. Oh, my God. So much going on. 7:13. Of course, in the 6 o'clock hour, we had our boy, Skeet Ulrich. He came in, and this time, yo-yo tricks.
I mean, you thought the Smother Brother, and I said Smother Brother because
only one of them was good.
Only one of them was good. Literally, as a human being.
They were both good. You think that only one was a good human being?
Yeah, but you have to guess which one.
Marty.
Marty Smother.
Was it Marty Smothers?
It was Marty
he was a
Smother.
prick. Okay.
But I have never seen yo-yo tricks since the day the Smother Brother. He would be sitting there, walking the dog around the world.
That was a CBS special, right? The day the Smother Brother?
Day-o the Smother
Brother.
Of them.
That was Jerry
It was
Smother.
a warning about nuclear war and about what Vietnam would bring upon us. They were pushing and he could tell it all to you through the yo-yo.
Yep.
Through a goddamn Duncan yo-yo.
The thing that he did talking about the Vietnam War while playing Fortunate Son.
Wow.
Come on.
I mean, you got to remember what it was like at the time. No one was using Fortunate Son to talk about the Vietnam War.
Anything. Except for just like radio, and now it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. That's all you can think about is Vietnam.
Yep.
When you think Fortunate Son. But
Forrest Gump 1. Forrest Gump 2.
I love
Forrest Gump 3.
Forrest Gump 3 is where it starts to lose it. Forrest Gump 3, Citizens on Patrol.
Yep,
Wonderful movie.
Citizens on Patrol. Oh, my God. So much going on here on the Whisp Turlington Show. We do have to talk about the news. My God, Geoff, did you watch it last night on Channel 8? I always ask you this, and usually the answer is no, because you get spotty reception in your RV.
I moved the rabbit ears around, and let me tell you, it was not coming through last night. So if anything happened in the world, I don't know what I've been talking about for the past hour and a half, hour 12 we've been doing here. I just go with you and I say, you got it. You got it.
There's so many horny British shows on right now. The Netflix, they've got all their Bridgertons.
Oh, your Bridgerton.
You know, at least 4 different series every month of all these.
It just never stops. It just gets hornier as far as I've heard.
Just horny. So horny. And Channel 8 was like, there's some money on the table and we're going to answer. And of course, last night was the premiere of Those Horny Royals.
Oh, boy.
And it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Scotty, I think
unbelievable right there.
It was so unbelievable that it was unbelievable. Scotty, we do have a clip. Let's go ahead and play that right now so Geoff gets a feel at just how horny this show is.
Sire, it does seem that the Countess of Donington has written you quite the horny communique.
Well, I will read it post haste. Oh, yes. Yes, that is quite horny. And, of course, the soundtrack by Jethro Tull.
I mean,
you
lots
gotta
of
love the fact that
wonderful.
Tull's in there.
I mean, Gentle Giant's got to be killing themselves if they didn't get on that one.
I mean, for more reason. Yeah,
might be a little bit early for Gentle Giant, but I mean, you know, why? Here's my question.
Yes.
What am I doing watching Yellowstone when those horny British are coming?
No, I don't need Yellowstone because here's the thing. You know, Kevin Costner's out in the field and he's like, well, look at those animals. And he says nothing horny.
Says nothing horny.
I need horny programming, and I'd like to
even when he's staring there and he's pulling his pud, looking at those animals, as we've talked about.
He's just
pulling his pud constantly. You don't know it. He's got his hands in his pockets, but we all know what's going on there.
That's why when he leaves Yellowstone after this season, they've already done a green light on pud pullers, but it's like his version of Impractical Jokers, where he
That's
just
going to
goes,
be very good.
He goes
mixed
in
with Pawn Stars. It's going to be an interesting reality show selling crossover.
He's going to do that one part of Impractical Jokers I always love, where they like go and fuck with people in a grocery store, but instead of like putting like spaghetti in their back pocket or something, he's just going to walk up and be like, "You pulling your pud?" And the guy and the person's just going to be like, "Well, I'm shopping for Crisco." Costner, you fucker.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've always watched Impractical Jokers and thought, you know, it's a very smart idea.
Yes.
You know, you're just saying, hey, let's go fuck around with people in a supermarket.
People.
But you know what I always thought was missing?
What's that?
That those four guys better be pulling their pud.
You know what? There better be some pud pulling if I'm watching something. So thank you, Kevin Costner, for coming up with your follow-up to Yellowstone. It's going to be on Channel 8. Of course, Channel 8, they've got all the good shit that you want. And they are...
It's your home for great shit.
For great shit. And we like to thank Channel 8 for that. Oh, so much other news in the news, Jeff.
There better be more news in the news. What is the news without the news?
What is the news then? You know what? Wow. Let's do one more news story, then we do have to bring in our guest. We've got a great guest for this hour. But I want to talk to our guest about this, and I want to talk to you about this because there is a crisis in Val Verde at the moment. Hit the news sounder, Scotty.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hog.
Jeff, have you gotten any coffee from JAVAZONE lately?
Yes. And I've got a feeling where this is going.
Oh, yeah. The new olive oil coffee drinks at JAVAZONE. They're making people shit, man. They literally...
I saw them advertising these new olive oil coffee drinks, and I just immediately thought, this is made up.
Yeah.
They are acting like this is a real thing. Are you fucking kidding me? And I didn't even finish my sentence, and I already was drinking one. And I gotta say, it is slick going in, and it is even slicker going coming out.
And that's what the cups say, which is like, you foresaw this. You knew it was coming. Like, first off, number one, I don't want to go on a rant here, but okay, I'll go on a rant.
Are you gonna go on a Jeff the Angry Man Garlock rant here?
Whisp rant number one.
Oh boy.
JAVAZONE already made you shit. You add olive oil to it, that is like, that you've already put motor oil on the slip and slide.
Oh boy.
You don't need to add extra oil.
You don't.
And that's Whisp rant number one. Let's go ahead and bring in our guest, because I know they've got experience running a business, so maybe they'll have something to say on this. Of course, they've got something to say on so many other things.
Might have experience about putting oil on a slip and slide. We'll find out.
Could be. That could be what burned down their first club, the Ceramica. Of course, legendary hair metal club, the Ceramica. Everybody. Oh my God. I saw Kicks there. I saw Poison there.
Faster
Pussycat twice. Pretty Boy Floyd.
With Kicks. Got confused in my watching Kicks or Trickster.
You never know which one it is.
Played with Michelangelo Battiato, and I was like, whoa.
Jet Boy. We even saw
the Bullet Boys. There was that Jet Boy Bullet Boy tour.
Yeah.
It was the boys are back in town, and then the Thin Lizzy's Scott Gorman sued them, and that one only lasted one show.
It only lasted one. Sally Jean, welcome to the Whisp Turlington show. Thank you for being here.
Sally Jean is here. Yes.
Sally Jean is here.
Yes.
Oh,
Sally
my
Jean.
God. Sally Jean, I got to tell you, it's been a bit since I've seen you. I sent you flowers when the Ceramica burned down because, that was my home away from home. Truly, I loved going to Ceramica in Charlottesburg, right down the road, down in Charlottesburg.
We did send that edible arrangements too. Did you get the edible arrangements?
Did you get the edible arrangement?
Did you get the edible?
I honestly preferred the edible arrangement a little bit more than the flowers.
Oh, well.
Okay, I didn't
Make
know
a note.
we were. Yeah, Scotty, write that one down. People want to eat the bouquets, Scotty. So, the Ceramica, it was strangely enough, Great White were playing there.
Wow.
Of course, they burned down that other club. Where was that, Jeff? Was that in Rhode Island?
Rhode Island.
That was in Rhode Island. And so when you booked Great White to come play at the Ceramica, did you think, this could happen again?
What? No, I laid out many signs. Absolutely no cigarettes in the wig room.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It is
big
a rule that should not be broken at any club. No cigarettes in the wig room.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a professional touring musician, you got to know the rules. And one of those rules, no cigarettes in the goddamn wig room. You got to know that.
Oh, my God.
What do those boys do? They smoke cigarettes in the wig room.
In the wig room.
Wow.
There you go.
One of my favorite Great White songs, by the way, Cigarettes in the Wig Room. So again, another kind of precursor that you should have maybe known this was going to happen.
They're like, what were the chorus, the lead into the chorus is like, we're lighting up and we're smoking good. Wigs around, wigs around.
Are they flammable? I don't know. It's fire. And then you kind of know.
Cigarettes in the wig room. Smoking cigarettes in the wig room.
It's a fantastic song.
One of their best.
Probably their best, yeah. Because they wrote that one.
I thought they were just trying to be cute. And as a fun little welcome gift, they knew I liked edible arrangements. And they went a little too far. A little too far. There's such thing as too far. And those boys did it.
And the boys did it.
And the boys did it.
The boys.
I mean, that's the name of the album that song was on. The boys did it.
Strange enough,
should have,
the boys did it.
should have known. You should have known. I mean, but the thing is, even if you're a rocker, you got to pay attention to signs. We've all agreed if you put a sign up, that is law right there. No shirts, no shoes, no service.
Yes.
No cigs in the wig room.
The sign said, no smoking in the wig room right outside.
That was what the Tesla's cover
I
of
jumped
Side
the
said.
fence and ran. Yeah, Tesla was going to play the next fucking night, but they didn't get to play.
We did Ceramica. We did not have a lot of rules. I let a lot of things go. I let a lot of good times happen. But there was one of the two signs. You do what you need to do in the bathroom and don't smoke in the wig room.
Sally Jean, I always really appreciated the do what you need to do in the bathroom because I gotta say sometimes that drive I'll be filling up on some Java from JAVAZONE.
I'll get an olive oil coffee drink.
And I'm going to see Poison at the Ceramica and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do number 2 when I get to the Ceramica. And I feel comforted and welcomed when I see the sign that says, do what you need to do in the bathroom.
It's like an Aleister Crowley quote right there. Do what thou wilt in the bathroom, and I live by it.
That's where I pulled my inspiration from, directly. That quote.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, God.
Crowley, you done it again.
So when they're on stage, and they're probably playing fucking, their cover of Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Of course.
And you start smelling the smoke. Take us through it, Sally Jean. What was it like? Now, I don't want to bring any like PTSD, which is like Paul Thomas.
Anderson.
Paul Thomas, yes.
Is that PTSD?
I think that's what PTSD stands for. Am I wrong on that? We should get a psychologist on
that. No, that sounds right. That sounds correct.
It seems right to me.
Okay, good.
All those Vietnam vets are suffering from Paul Thomas Anderson.
It ain't me.
I mean, the Ceramica will be remembered in a celebratory fashion. First of all, she was big and beautiful, and I loved her. That night when I heard the smoke, I just assumed it was another pyrotechnic. They loved
God.
them. They loved them. The opening act.
They're more into pyrotechnics than being musicians, honestly.
If we're being honest.
Can
we be honest here with you,
I'm honest. I'm legally honest.
You are legally honest, and that's the third sign, but the sign that's only for you. That's in your room where you pay off the bands. It just says, I am legally honest.
Legally honest.
Legally honest. And if you're going to be honest, you got to be legally honest.
So they're up there. They're fucking around with their pyrotechnics. They're probably pointing at it and like pointing at their dicks and then pointing back at the pyros going off as if they're the same
Great
thing.
White.
Classic Great White move. And you saw the smoke, and what are you thinking?
Well, first of all, just rock hard from the show. Just fully.
I didn't even have to ask.
The greatest show I've seen in months. And the smoke.
I mean, to own the Ceramica, you must just constantly be just rock hard.
All the time.
It's a problem. I brought it up to my doctor. He said, this is also a big problem. And I said, yes. Then we shook hands, and that was the end of that.
And that was it.
That's a good doctor right there.
He's like, I don't know what to diagnose here or give you to fix it, but just know you're going to be rock hard all the time. Also, see you at the Tesla show.
Dr. Jimmy's great. You don't need insurance.
Dr. Jimmy.
Oh, Dr. Jimmy is the best. He just makes you feel confident that something's wrong, but that not too confident that you got to do anything about it.
Exactly. And I love his billboards. You're just driving down 422 and you look up, it says Dr. Jimmy, no insurance needed.
And it's him dressed as the Dumb and Dumber brothers.
Both of them.
Just both of them.
It's photoshopped. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I laugh every single time. Every single time.
My God. Oh, my God. Well, Sally Jean's got some big news coming up. We'll talk about that in the next segment. We do have to pay some bills. We also want to, we got to talk JAVAZONE. Before we go to this break, we do have to get traffic in because something is apparently brewing up. So let's head on over to Art Spart in traffic.
108.9 The Hawk traffic with Art Spart.
Well, from the Burt's Funeral Flower traffic desk, I'm Art Spart with 108.9 The Hawk traffic. Well, we knew this day would come. We thought it was going to be a damn celebration. Nope. Fate intervened. Tony Fate, Val Verde's most wanted magician. Yeah, today was supposed to be the grand opening of Supertramp Parkway, but nope. Tony Fate has made it vanish for his latest trick. With a wave of his crooked hand, it was goodbye, stranger, to the new feat of Val Verde City Planning, taking our planning commissioner, Sully Talbot, and Supertramp singer Roger Hodgson right along with it. Look, Sully isn't that healthy in this dimension, so I can only assume he will perish quickly in another. Hodgson, I'm sure, will thrive in another dimension. I'm not worried about him. And I've always wondered exactly which dimension Tony Fate sends his trick subjects to. Is it the negative zone? Well, we're never gonna know because they never, ever return. Except for the Statue of Liberty. He did eventually bring that one back, though he brought it back much, 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 much smaller. Damn thing used to be huge. Cloverfield monster sized. Anyway, if you encounter magician Tony Fate, just know he is an extremely dangerous man with the power to shit you to a place you'll never return from. Magicians, baby. They're dangerous because they know they'll never have the real swagger and credibility as a sorcerer. Keep trying, Tony. Keep trying. Anyway, if you're looking forward to traveling on Supertramp Parkway today, you're going to have to take the long way home. Outside of that, 422 looks good. A little black ice on Hogg Street. Kirk Hammett Peak Drive looking okay. And that's traffic from the Burt's Funeral Flower traffic desk. I'm Art Spart.
With Burt's Funeral Flowers, with Burt's Funeral Flowers.
Oh, my God. Well, that definitely sounds like a real issue.
Yeah.
Real issue, Jeff.
Mostly for Supertramp. I mean, they hate each other anyways.
They really do. Watch out for Tony Fate. Also, watch out for The Who.
Hello, customers. I'm Dirk Hensley, CEO at JAVAZONE, and I hear that our new olive oil blasters are having an issue with our customers. And I have to say, sir, no way, no how. I drink them every day, twice a day if possible. So I think these are just rumors, but you don't have to listen to me. Listen to some of our customers, like this one.
Hi, I'm Frank Frankel. I'm a regular coffee drinker, and now I'm a regular olive oil coffee drinker. This blaster is delicious. It just slides right down your gullet, and I gotta say, it's made me a little regular in other ways, too. In the best way possible. I've got no issues. Oh, hold on. I gotta cut that off.
Cut the tape! But he said a lot of really good things about the new olive oil blasters at JAVAZONE, just like this customer will.
Hi, this is Callie Corrala. I am a big fan of the JAVAZONE, the blasters. They're real good. I just want to say, just like don't have one before church. Have one after church. Just if you have it before church, you're setting up a moment of disaster with the big man upstairs, God, and he don't like that. He don't like that at all. So, yeah, just drink them. They're delicious. Just make sure to drink them after noon.
Sounds like a good strategy. They're here at JAVAZONE, the new olive oil blasters down the gullet. Ah, Christ!
JAVAZONE, 322 Hog Street.
This bathroom's occupied.
I gotta get in!
Life's fucking great and it's getting better. 'Cause Soda Dad made a hard seltzer. Life's fucking cool, I'm no longer sad. Because I'm slurping down hard, Dad. With very low calories, you can party hard and look responsible while partying hard. 'Cause life's fucking cool, I'm no longer sad. I'm just slumping down hard, Dad.
Hey, it's Zane from Fister, and yeah, it's true. The makers of Soda Dad are now making a hard seltzer called Hard Dad, which means I can finally party responsibly, which means no more fights with paparazzi, which means no more manslaughter charges, which means life's fucking good. Get a Hard Dad.
Oh yeah, the hardest dad, and I'm no longer sad. 'Cause life is real good, I'm no longer sad. I'm just slumping down hard, Dad. Ow!
He's the put-upon husband who just wants to call the shots. She's the put-upon wife who just wants to call the shots. And he's the fun-loving childhood friend who sometimes acts like he's put upon and he just wants to call the shots. Patrick Duffy, Jamie Gertz, and Taylor Negron. In the TGIF sitcom that had a very thin premise but a title people loved so much that it had over 200 episodes. My Two Wives. Even though, again, not really two wives. It's just, sometimes friends are around a lot. What do we say? In retrospect, not much of a premise, but pure hilarity. On the Channel 8 Flashback Friday Fun Block. Channel 8, your home for great shit.
I'd say life's been good to Sally Jean, except for the whole burning down
Except for that, just one little thing.
Maybe that's not so good. But it's been good for Joe Walsh. Life's been good on 108.9 The Hawk. It is the Whisp Turlington Show. Whisp and Geoff in the morning.
Thank you.
There we go.
Appreciate it every time. Life's been good to me so far right now, I gotta say.
Life's been good to me because Scotty just handed me a new olive oil blaster.
I got one in my hands as well.
From JAVAZONE, and here we go. Yeah, that's smooth.
Wow.
That is smooth. To our friends down at JAVAZONE, thank you for the free JAVAZONEs.
I'm not even sure I drank that. I feel like that somehow just created a layer and just went straight into my stomach.
I feel that I have been lubricated so much that you could push anything down here.
It's just like a.
I was thinking like a drone,
like a python or something.
Like you could put a python down here. I wouldn't.
And a python is eating an entire guinea pig while it's going down your gullet.
My gullet.
Yeah.
Delicious JAVAZONE. To our friends down at JAVAZONE, you are going to make so many people happy.
No one's going to have an issue with this, except for all the issues some people have been having. Of course, go a couple more sips.
Oh, delicious.
It's gone, and I don't even think I drank it again. I don't know what's going on here. Loving it.
Okay, Sally Jean. You know, we got past the sad stuff. Boo hoo 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 hoo.
Yeah. Club burned, people died, etc.
Great White somehow survived again.
Yeah.
Boo hoo hoo hoo.
Although a couple members of the new Great White died, and Godspeed to them.
They're pretty expendable. They know that's part of the deal.
Expendable.
Like
Have
when
you really
join,
listened to Great White? I mean, at this point,
when you join Great White,
Sally Jean has crystallized and has been reborn and is excited for his new club.
It's like the Phoenix Rising. You're just you're coming out of the ground like Jean Grey and the X-Men. You're gonna turn on the X-Men and you're gonna do something even better.
Classic Wisp, classic X-Men reference.
You know what? I gotta bring up the X-Men at least one show.
Gotta.
I haven't heard of it.
You haven't heard of X-Men? Well, it's a very old comic book and very wonderful, especially the Chris Claremont years.
Longshot kind of had like hair metal hair a little.
Longshot.
Yes. The mutant power of being lucky, but also he was an alien, so maybe it wasn't a mutant power. Kind of got around the rules in that one, but Godspeed.
He kind of looked like he could have been in either Kajagoogoo or Nelson.
Or definitely Nelson.
And he also could
Or that Kajagoogoo tribute band run by the brothers from Nelson.
He could have been in those two.
Yeah.
But Sally Jean, I digress. Big announcement right here on the Whisp Turlington show. Eat that K-Slob, you fucks.
Fuckers.
Our competitors over there at K-Slob. I'm apparently paying for that station as well.
Ricky and Sticky ain't getting this one.
They are getting this one. Sally Jean, lay it on us.
Val Verde, Sally Jean's newest club is about to open. It's called the Viper Barracuda.
Oh, shit, that's a good name. I just got chills.
I feel like I just shit myself. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me drink a little bit more olive coffee.
Strangely feel like I'm going to shit myself too, but it has to be from excitement.
Gotta be.
Oh my God, the Viper Barracuda, and you're doing it right here in Val Verde. So I don't have to drink a JAVAZONE and go on down to Charlottesburg. It's here.
But just know that the Viper Barracuda, I'm implementing this brand new strategy where from 7 p.m. to 7:45, I'm going to have what's called 2-for-1 drink special.
What?
I heard about it in Europe.
That sounds very European.
That is a very European idea.
They just do what they want over there, don't they?
2 for 1? Well, that sounds like insanity.
So
2 for 1.
Let's break down the math on this, Sally Jean. Let's say I am buying one White Russian.
Is it?
Does that mean I get a second one right beside it?
Guess what, buddy? Between 7 and 7:45, you're getting another one.
Oh,
Get
my
out
God.
of
Get out. Scotty, put it on my schedule,
Lebowski
please.
fans, get down there because you can get 2 White Russians for the price of one.
What are your special drinks going to... Because the Ceramica was very famous for all of its very special drinks. Are you going to do something like that at the Viper Barracuda?
There wouldn't be a world where I don't have special drinks. We're going to have nothing but special drinks.
Goddamn right.
Our first
Bloody
drink.
well right.
Yes. It's called the Yayoi Kasuma. It's based off the Japanese artist. It's red with polka dots. I'm not sure what the polka dots are, but it's delicious.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
The second
I love
one,
this.
it's called the Black Ink. It's like a regular shot of Jaeger, but I dip a pen in it. So it has a little bit of ink in it.
So there is ink in it.
There is ink, a legal amount of ink that you can consume.
One of Dimebag Darrell's favorite drinks. Rest in power, Dimebag Darrell. When he couldn't get a black tooth grin, he'd get a black ink.
He got a black ink.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
now that's interesting. Now you said nothing but special drinks. Does that now actually mean that we couldn't get a White Russian because it's not a special drink made by Sally Jean?
You're getting the Sally Jean White Russian, which is the same. The same as a White Russian, but in a teeny tiny glass.
Oh,
Legal loopholes. That's what it's all
Legal
about.
loopholes.
Nothing but truth. Nothing but truth.
You
just
know,
like
I've
in your
always,
song.
every time I've gone to a place and I'm like, excuse me, barkeep, one White Russian, please. I get it, and I'm just like, I wish it were smaller.
Are we all just thinking our drinks are just too much? When people are drinking, they're proud. They're always sitting there thinking, I wish I could drink less.
But also, that's like, I like a good milk liquor drink.
Oh, nothing better than a milk liquor drink.
Nothing better than a milk liquor drink. And you're just like, oh, that's how you talk after you have one.
You get
But
that
maybe
milk
not if it's
voice
smaller.
going. Yeah.
Maybe not
When
if it's
it's
smaller.
smaller. And
You
it's
don't have milk now.
delicious. It's delicious.
Oh, my
And
God.
those Europeans, they introduced me to this thing called sip culture.
Oh, my God. Tell me about that.
Sip. You put your
Wait.
lips on the rim of the glass, and you kind of just let a little bit go in, and then
Interesting.
you let it sit in your mouth for a very long time, and
Right.
you enjoy the flavors of the drink.
Flavors.
You know, I've been drinking wrong all this time.
I've been
because
thinking,
usually
I've been drinking.
I've been drinking one of my favorite Marshall Tucker Band
Oh,
songs. by the
very
way.
good Marshall Tucker Band
But
song.
I always would take the giant drinks that I get at bars, and I just try to get them all in just one shot.
I slurp it right down.
I slurp it right down. And I was going to think this olive oil coffee drink was going to help out with that, but now I feel like I got two solutions.
Oh, God, my stomach just...
Stomach got excited just talking about it.
My stomach is excited for sip culture.
Culture.
Love it. God, love
Now,
that.
the Viper Barracuda. Now, I'm loving this. Now, is this going to be associated at all with the Viper Room in Holly
all.
Weird? Good.
Fuck off, Viper Room. This is
Fuck off,
ours.
Viper
We're gonna
Room.
be better. We're gonna be bigger. We're gonna be much more sipping. Lots of sipping. Lots of
Lots of
sipping.
More
sipping.
sipping.
Yes.
So you're definitely, Johnny Depp is definitely not going to visit because
Oh,
that
he's
man's a
definitely
slurper.
not gonna be.
That man is a slurp king.
Which is a big loss for you. He is one of the world's best slide guitarists, so you
Yeah,
won't be
you're never
having
gonna
him
have
there.
that.
But you gotta give and you take a little in this world. Again, another favorite song by the Marshall Tucker Band.
You give
Gotta
and
give
you
and take.
take. You sip and you slurp. Sometimes you... oh, my God.
Did you just? What was that? Oh, I heard it there.
I was an inch away from just essing my pants. 1 inch away. I have no idea what's making me feel so sick.
No
Scotty,
idea at all. The excitement, I think. The
I think
excitement
it is
about
excitement.
the Viper Barracuda and
I
who we're
think
going to
it
see
is
coming up
excitement.
soon.
And you've got such a good opening show here. I'm looking at it right here. The flyer is up on my screen. You've got Poison.
Poison.
You've got Warrant.
Warrant.
You've got Rat.
All the hits.
You've got Cocaine Steve and the Queefs. They have not played a Val Verde show in such a long time. And I one of my favorite bands. I love a good hair metal band that thinks they are the Rolling Stones.
You gotta love it. That it's
gotta
almost
love
like they think they've never heard the Rolling Stones before.
They're like, they start playing Honky Tonk Women and you're like, Stones cover. They're like, fuck you, this is ours. And we're like, Cocaine Steve, Queefs.
And that's going to be most of his set, is him saying to the crowd, and that sounds like a classic
It's
Viper
what the
Barracuda show
people
already.
want. It's what the people want.
The people
And that's what you do.
want.
That is what the Sally Jean motto. Give
And you
the
know what?
people
Give-
what they want.
And on top of that, give them a little bit of what they don't even know what they want yet, right? I'm not going to have Johnny Depp at the club, but no, who will be there?
no.
At least a seat reserved? Lily Rose Depp, the next
You
generation.
fucking kidding me? Oh,
Wow.
God.
There's gonna
Thank
be a
God
seat.
that bloodline has continued.
Thank goodness.
God that we're going to have more depths.
There's one thing Holly Weird needed was more depths, and I say that all the time.
I cannot wait.
I've been saying that since 21 Jump Street.
You really have. You really
I
have.
don't
You
shut
started
up
saying
about it.
You don't shut up about it. I can't wait until we get to like a year like 2745 and the whole world is just depths. Just these big
pure depths.
robotic slide guitar playing depths.
Just a Soylent Green dystopian future, and it's just the Soylent Green is Depp is what they yell at the end, and then
Yep.
a slide guitar comes out,
Beautiful.
and I'm loving it.
And
Beautiful.
everyone's hot.
Oh, everyone is so fucking sexy. Oh my God.
And this is all because if we just follow the Sally Jean method, give the people what they want, but give them a little bit of what they didn't know they already wanted, that's how we're going to end up in a Soylent Green Depp world. I mean, that's just logic. That's like the Doobie Brothers came down and just sang that in a song.
Oh, I mean, but they already know about it. They already know about it because they've probably already, like, I can go through the archives and, you know, and see what song is talking about the Sally Jean method. I'm sure it exists.
Skunk Baxter's talking about it right now. He's just at Skunk Baxter warehouse. And, you know,
Ponytail Warehouse.
The Ponytail Warehouse. He's just sitting there.
Yeah, Long Train Running was about the Sally Jean method. There it is. Oh, and also, since we're talking Doobies, the Doobie Brothers are the headliners at the opening of the Viper Barracuda.
Give the people what they want, but also give them a little bit of what you didn't think that you wanted, and nobody thought they wanted a new version of the Doobs right now. They had to come over from them.
Also, brought to you by JAVAZONE. That's a really great collaboration. Are there going to be any special JAVAZONE Viper Barracuda mixed drinks together?
Sally Jean says yes.
Sally Jean. Yes. Please.
We're gonna have our own olive oil caffeine drink. That is.
Oh, I can't wait to eat it.
Primarily just the olive oil.
Oh, please.
Oh, my God.
I learned in Italy. The Europeans.
Italy. Oh, the Europeans, again, they've got everything. I mean, you gotta mix drinks. If I know one thing, we didn't learn enough from mixing malt liquor with energy drinks with Sparks, but now we figured it out.
Okay, it passed. It's just excitement. Scotty, do not call the ambulance. It is just excitement for the Viper Barracuda.
That was half an inch away, though, that one. That wasn't an inch. That was half an inch.
I need a bucket. I'm gonna need a bucket. Scotty.
Again, another Marshall Tucker Band song.
My favorite Marshall. I'm gonna need a bucket. And the chorus is, why you gonna need a bucket? And
the call and response of Marshall Tucker.
So wonderful.
Fun.
Hey, we're going to keep talking to Sally Jean, but I do want to remind everyone that Big Truck will be broadcasting live this Saturday from Food Gulch from 9 until noon. Now, here's a big thing happening with Food Gulch. It's very exciting. It's their annual grocery games. Now, that's a lot like the supermarket sweep. Jeff, you familiar with supermarket sweep?
Very. I watch the supermarket sweep channel every day religiously on Pluto TV.
Then you're going to love grocery games. So it is just like supermarket sweep, but with a Running Man element to it. You have 3 minutes to get as many groceries in your cart while being hunted by the Gulch crew. If you make it to the finish line alive, you can keep everything in your cart. That is brought to you by our good friends down at Food Gulch.
All of the food that fell in the gulch. Food Gulch. Food Gulch.
Oh, that last hit always gets me.
Hey, little tip for anyone joining in on that festivity. Take a note from the Perfect Strangers episode where they try to find a bunch of groceries in a supermarket sweep style thing. Get the hams, because those things are worth money. And get a little hint from the Running Man. Watch out from anyone who sings opera and has masterful control of electricity. That's just a little hint.
So many hints.
So many hints. Great stuff to be covered here. We're going to talk to Sally Jean here again in a second. But first, since you can't drive on Super Trip Parkway, you can at least enjoy this. Oh, the hawk.
I'm Clarn.
I'm Flern. We're the Construction Bros.
Oh, sorry. I'm Clarn.
I'm Flern. And we're the Construction Bros. Look, we're not spokespeople. We're not construction people. We're not people is a question that people have been asking us on Yelp and Nextdoor, and that's not cool. But we are people who are brothers.
Brothers. And yeah, we are human beings with blood pumping through our hearts.
So damn you for questioning that.
Damn you for questioning that.
And damn you for questioning that we're not going to come back and finish your shed. We're finishing your shed.
We're finishing that shed.
Why can you trust us? Because we're bros.
Bros.
Construction bros.
Construction bros. Mom wants us to move out. Oh, no.
Oh.
You had a rough day at work. You don't want to see your family, do ya? In fact, you've parked your car behind an abandoned Cracker Barrel and you're drinking from a bag. Well, no matter how you're doing it, we're glad you're doing it with us on 108.9 The Hawk.
Hi, I'm Jason Gore, and it's time for the 108.9 The Hawk concert calendar, brought to you by the new olive oil blasters from JAVAZONE. Sometimes it's just too hard for coffee to slip down your sound hole, so we've added oil. JAVAZONE. On the 2nd at Flappers Casino, the Gunt Brothers launched their 50th anniversary farewell tour. So pay your respects to Terry and Ridiculous Gunt with VIP packages available. Also on the 2nd, the Val Verde Kids Who Can Rock will have their annual school concert at Zazzers. You'll hear songs from Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and of course Val Verde heroes, Fister. These kids put their hearts into these terrible renditions, so come on out. Tickets are $100 and not for charity. And since we mentioned them, you know you can't start summer or the Val Verde County Fair without a performance from Fister. On the 5th at the Val Verde County Fairgrounds, Fister kicks off the only county fair in America to run for 6 months, with support from Darren Cood, Body Searcher, Stompbox Sasquatch, and Jeff Tate from Queensryche. And finally on the 8th at the reopening of Shooter's Bar and Grill, we've got PowerPoint, Bone Soup, Good Question Thank You, and a reunion of Fat Charlie's Hula Hoop. Don't miss it. Of course, all tickets for these shows are available at your local Tickets outlet, and keep listening to 108.9 The Hawk all summer for your chance to win tickets all summer long this summer. I'm Jason Gore on 108.9 The Hawk. Hands! All my friends have spoons. Oh, take that, K-Slob, you fucks. We also play Soundgarden.
You know what's amazing, too?
What's that?
Premiere show at the Viper Barracuda.
What?
Spoon Man Plays Spoon Man is playing. That's right, the son of Spoon Man is going to be there playing the spoons and the song
He goes
Spoon
by
Man.
SOS. He goes by SOS, but it stands for Son of Spoon Man.
Son of Spoon Man.
And he is performing. Oh, God. Sally Jean, you have really put together one fucking heck of a show. And I think Val Verde's just a little richer now because we have the Viper Barracuda here. And
can I say damn on the radio?
oh yeah, you can.
Oh, you can fucking say damn. Don't you worry
can fucking
about
say
it.
damn
It's
as much
gonna
as
be
you
a
fucking want.
Damn good show.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, see,
One of
there's
the
that.
best.
There's that Sally Jean positivity.
Sally Jean promises.
You boys okay?
No, you know, I feel great. I have a really good caffeine high, and JAVAZONE just brought us in 4 more drinks, so that'll get us through.
I also
the
took
8
a shot of a
o'clock hour.
black ink right in the middle of 2 of those olive oils.
Aren't they
and-
delicious?
it's some. I don't think I tasted it
something.
because of all that olive oil from the previous 3 olive oil coffee drinks, but I think it's
Bucket,
delicious.
please.
I think it.
Bucket!
It's delicious. While you're incapacitated, I want to say also Tuesdays at the Viper Barracuda, we're Chihuahua friendly. If you have a Chihuahua, bring your Chihuahua to the Viper Barracuda.
Oh, that's
Thank
a great
God.
deal. Oh, that's
That's a
such
great-
a good thing.
oh, it's
I've
fantastic.
always been saying there's got to be a bar I can bring my
Gotta
Chihuahua
bring the
to.
chihuahuas.
I need another bucket.
Well, I gotta introduce you to what I'm just a coffee enema kind of guy.
Well, I think this might be the same thing.
Yeah, this is.
You're
but
going the opposite direction. A coffee
I shot
enema
it
goes
down the
other
other
way.
way.
and I think it's doing
Yeah.
the same, man.
Someone get on the horn to the guy from JAVAZONE and tell him that
I
might
am
be a cells.
florping this one out, if you know what I mean. Oh,
Okay.
all right.
All right. I have filled 3 buckets so far.
We have
and
3
it's-
more hours of our show, so we gotta get some more buckets.
What?
Scotty.
Oh my God! It's 7:16 here on the Whisp Turlington show.
Time has stopped
It
moving
has
because of
literally
these
been
olive oil
3
coffee
minutes.
drinks.
Oh my God! Well, Sally Jean, are you moving to Val Verde now that you've got the Viper Barracuda here?
Legally? Yes.
But what's the other side of that coin?
Well, I gotta be within 50 feet of the perimeter of the establishment that I own as a fire precaution, because this is a legal avenue that I took on my behalf, because who else is gonna look after the place?
Who else is going to do it?
Charge. I am not having another fire on my watch.
Speaking of another fire, would you have Great White back?
Yes.
See, there you go.
That's why we call him
That is
the
why
gambler.
Sally Jean is the hardest fucking.
They just do it. They do it
They
so
do.
well.
They do it so well.
Do it so well.
Oh my God! Speaking of doing it,
This room's really starting to smell like the Viper in Los Angeles, if you know what I mean.
yeah, that's what we're trying to do. You got burnt. Let's go to traffic.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! From the Burt's Funeral Flowers traffic desk, this is Art Spart, and I have to say, ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong, the witch is dead. And when I say witch, I mean magician. And when I say dead, I mean metaphorically, because I found you out, Tony Fate. You know, something was itching old Art's brain. With his final line, Tony Fate shouted out to Val Verde before he made Supertramp Parkway disappear. The closer you think you are, the less you'll actually see. I might have been distracted by that black ice on Hog Street, which, by the way, has now been named by Mayor David Lee Roth as the Memorial AC/DC Black Ice Patch. But that line sounded familiar. As you know, I am a traffic reporter and cryptozoologist and a movie buff. Was that a line from a movie about magicians? I went through my archives that I call my brain, and yep, it wasn't from The Prestige. It wasn't from The Illusionist. And I know you all are thinking it. It was not from Clive Barker's Lord of Illusion starring Scott Bakula. Oh boy! Nope. It was, of course, my boy Jesse Eisenberg from the nearly flawless Now You See Me series. And much like the one flaw in that movie, I realized Tony had made the same mistake. CGI magic. Just like in Isla Fisher's scene. It wasn't mirrors. It wasn't actual illusion, just everyday real-life AI-powered CGI to hide the Supertramp Parkway. So, I have to say, you didn't fool me, Tony Fate, and you didn't fool the people of Val Verde. You might have almost made Supertramp Parkway disappear, but you can't make my love in a wonderful movie series vanish into thin air. So this one is for you, Jesse Eisenberg, and to you, Supertramp. The logical song will be playing over the town speakers for the next hour because logic has won out. Oh, wait. I just remembered the CGI cards, and Now You See Me too. Maybe it's not as flawless as I remembered. And that's traffic from the Burt's Funeral Flowers traffic desk. I'm Art Spart.
With Burt's Funeral Flowers, with Burt's Funeral Flowers. I have to say, I've seen all three movies, and I can't wait for the fourth one.
I truly cannot wait. So you think Ocean's 11 meets magic isn't going to work, but it works every goddamn time.
My God. Oh, my God. Well, Sally, it's been wonderful having you here.
It's a fantastic time.
Sally Jean, you're bringing the rock back to Val Verde. Fine. I hope you'll come back to the Whisp.
You got it, boys. You got it, boys.
We still have 3 more hours after this, but
I hope you come back to the Whisp Turlington show sometime.
Let me leave you with my signature. My signature Sally Jean tagline.
Please.
You're welcome.
Oh, trademark. Bucket over here, please. Trademark.
Utah, make it 2.
So much coming up. We're going to talk a little bit more about horny royals. I just love it so much, Jeff. It's so
horny.
So horny. Oh, horny.
And it's also starting to come out the other end now.
Coming up in the next hour, we're going to have Peter Cetera. He's coming in here. He's got a new book about his years in Chicago.
Mostly recipes for waffles.
We're gonna have actor Amy Smart's coming by. They don't even have a movie out right now.
I don't think she's done anything at all.
This is literally what my stomach sounds like right now. And now it's the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, Tai LeClaire.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Going with the music. Oh my god.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for being on here, Tai.
that was amazing.
I've wanted to have you on here for so long, and I ran into you during the writer's strike, during a picket.
Mm-hmm. We're picketing. We're out there. We're protesting.
And of course, if you all don't know what we're talking about, the Writers Guild of America has, it's on strike. And hopefully,
we're going to be the first to say it. Corporations are terrible.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. In case you haven't heard anything about the strike
Corporations
yet.
are monsters and are destroying the middle class each year as we go on.
Oh my God, Tai, you've got so much going on that's just fucking brilliant. I'm so proud of you. Like, we did Characters Welcome together. You were one of my favorite performers to perform with. And if you're not sure, you know what we're talking about, Characters Welcome is like the character team at UCB Theater. And we did one season together, and your characters were always so goddamn funny. Like,
same is it for you?
Oh, well, I wasn't fishing. I was not fishing. There was no fishing here. Oh, there it is. Always so fucking funny. And I remember, and we'll get to all the great things that's going on in your life right now, but I remember one character that made me laugh so fucking hard. And it was what was the character that you did that was on a boat?
A boat?
the speed boat?
Oh, my first one. He was my first character. He was just like, you know those boat tours around New York City?
Yes.
The whole premise was it was a guy who just like did his like independent one, but it happened to be like the fastest speedboat to ever exist.
He was pointing out all the places, just like zipping by as people were just like falling off the boat and everything.
It was an excuse to wear big hair and Oakley sunglasses and camo.
Yes.
And I was totally like, I'm here for it.
That's literally the excuse of doing anything with like Characters Welcome or doing characters live anyway, is just to like, oh, I get to wear a marijuana hat for this character. Cool. I'll do that. That's the thing I love. The absolute best. You had a film Headdress that was at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival. Boom.
Nice.
Nice.
How was that? What was the experience going to Sundance?
Truly one of the most validating things I've ever done. And also just so wonderful to be with the nerdiest film people you can imagine. Sure. Freezing to death on a mountain in Utah.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Did you watch Entourage? Did you watch Entourage when it was on?
I did not watch Entourage.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying there's like a part where they go to Park City, and I always imagine like, is Sundance like this? And it's just a bunch of people watching films and like wheeling and dealing, and like, you know, the Harvey Weinstein character was there. So obviously he wasn't there for this, but was there a lot of like wheeling and dealing happening as well with these nerds?
It felt like a lot of wheeling and dealing. The coolest wheeling and dealing thing I had was my driver for they were nice enough to give all the short film people the option to have a nice little driver to get you to get the premiere, right?
Oh my God.
And he was like, hey, hi. He's like, I just had Anne Hathaway for the last like 3 days. So you're in Anne Hathaway's car. And I think the disappointment of going from Anne Hathaway to like me and my like elderly parents. Like,
right. But it's also kind of creepy to be like, does it still smell like Anne Hathaway?
Smell the Hathaway.
Oh, it ain't ever coming out of this car.
Dude, this guy loved talking about every celebrity he drove. And
really?
Power to him.
Good to know the secrets are not safe with him. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's the way doctors are in Los Angeles. There's no HIPAA code here. Like, it's HIPAA violation city, because your doctors will be like, oh yeah, I do Mindy Kaling's teeth.
Like,
or
cool.
like, yeah, I saved Kevin Smith. I share a heart doctor with Kevin Smith, and it's on his website that it's like,
and you know it's a good one because he's still alive.
That's exactly 100% why I chose this heart doctor.
All the photos they use are just like security cam of like him walking into the office. Yeah.
Right.
Look, IMDb's better than WebMD sometimes for finding doctors.
100%. 100%. You also did Rutherford Falls, which was on Peacock, and it was very fucking funny. With Ed Helms and Mike Schur on that. That was such a funny show.
Truly, they blew the door open for me for television, especially with Sierra Teller-Ornelas, the showrunner. Because I was just talking about this, especially with the strike, about like what it means to be a junior writer and how to get ahead of the industry, because they were very adamant about staffing their room literally half brand new newbies, never worked before in a room, half complete pros 10 years in. And, you know, they brought us to set. We're in the meetings with the pre-production. They really like showed you how a show runs. And I think that's what is being lost right now in terms of like these mini rooms, all these other problems bringing up at the writer's strike. So I'm very proud of my union, the WGA, and I'm very proud that we're on strike right now to just, you know, get jobs. Like we're not asking for the moon.
Yeah.
Right.
To work.
But one day I will ask for the moon.
Yeah, like, hey, anyway, we can get the moon in there, and they're like, no, we better make them sweat for 3 months.
I don't know.
We'll come back to it once a year to talk about the moon. So
cancel some overalls, and then they're like, okay, you can have the fucking moon. One question we always ask our guests here, it is the Hawk question. It is, what is your relationship to classic rock? Did you grow up listening to it? Was it around? Like, what is your relation to classic rock?
Yeah, it's my first 2 concerts are really the balance of my personality, and it'll explain it. My first one was Spice Girls, right?
Okay,
and my second one was the 2001 Ozfest.
Hell yeah!
Both around the same time, literally as like a queer metalhead fan growing up with it. Like those are my 2 sides of my personality, and. I'll tell you, everyone who was there.
I was gonna say, who was on the Ozfest?
I'm looking at it. I will.
2000.
Yeah, it's go tell us, because I'm just looking at it now. Please
run it down.
Well, I remember it was Mudvayne, Kitty, OTEP on the smaller stages. The bigger stages, it was Linkin Park. It was Black Sabbath was headlining, Marilyn Manson, Slipknot.
Oh my God!
And buckle up. Crazy Town.
Oh my God.
They got booed off the stage. It was.
Oh, I'm sure they did. They get booed off of every stage.
They just want to live, you know? They're just boys who are trying to
Hatebreed did play second stage. That's a great one.
Hatebreed played.
Yes, that's my boys.
And Papa Roach also.
Papa Roach
played some
and he did have Black Label Society opening up. So, that makes because that is also like connected to a second. You know, I saw on your website that you were a goth teenager.
Oh yeah.
And as someone who is going to see Sisters of Mercy on Monday myself, what bands were you? Because I imagine that is the 2 sides. Like, what were your main bands then, especially, but now as well?
Who are your guys? Who are your guys?
Every lane, there was like a lane of like various types of like alt rock, metal, classic rock, and in each pillar there was like. I had like AFI as my all-time and sort of like the alti emo sort of side. On the Fox side was Cradle of Filth. Met Danny after the show. Lovely gentleman.
I once played a show in Houston where my band was playing the small room, and then I could wander over and go watch Cradle of Filth because they were playing the big room. And it worked out quite well because no one's at our show.
Oh, no. God, and in there, it's a lot of new metal smacked in the middle there, because I was very much coming of age. I was 11 when I went to this Ozfest, and like new metal was, I was like, what is this new thing? A lot of Kitty, a lot of Coal Chamber, a lot of Manson, a lot of not. We dipped our toes in POD.
A little POD dip.
Little POD dip, a little hi, hello, and then a walk away.
Sure. Look, it's got to be an entry point. For some people, it's a staying point, but we all look. I love that first Korn record.
Moving on. That's insane. I never saw Sabbath. I never got to see Sabbath. I kicked myself for it. They're never going to do it again.
No,
that's done. That's done.
I once saw Sabbath with an Ozfest, I believe, and Judas Priest played before, and the guy next to me was like an older metal guy, and he was like, dude, first time you've seen fucking Priest, you gotta listen to Sad Wings of Destiny, et cetera, et cetera. And then Sabbath played, and they had a video that shows how old it was. It was anti-George Bush during War Pigs. Guy bolted.
I remember that.
He was just like, I'm out of here. Like, he was pissed. It was like, fuck you. Fucking America, baby.
It's the same thing.
I was a straight edge punk guy next to him being like, yeah, man, I don't know. Relax.
Ty, thank you so much for being on. Sally Jean has to come back. Sally Jean is such a legend already in Val Verde. We're going to be hearing more from Sally Jean on 108.9 The Hawk for sure.
Sally Jean's gone to buy new suits as we speak.
Perfect. Perfect. Everyone, if you want to support The Hawk, you can go to our Patreon. It is patreon.com/1089thehawk, all together, 1089thehawk. And of course, there's always, there's different levels and stuff, and there's bonus episodes. We're doing a lot of Hawk Rock Talk stuff up. We're working on a new show that's going to be on there. Album Poll, where right now we're listening. The first episode of Album Poll is going to be Chris Squire from Yes, Fish Out of Water.
His one and only real solo album.
Yeah, which is amazing, but I'm going to save it for the pod.
Yeah.
And then 1971's Muswell Hillbillies from the Kinks.
Which is interesting, and I'm going to save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. So that's the type of stuff, and of course, all kinds of different Hawk stuff, including you will get an episode of Art Spart, your favorite traffic reporter. When he leaves the studio, he is a monster hunter. So you'll get episodes of Art Spart Monster Hunter coming up very, very soon on
new chapter
Patreon.
Whisp Turlington's
Through
the Years, Through the Tears autobiography.
It's probably up right now by the time this comes out.
Right now.
So you never know. But we're doing a lot of stuff with the Patreon. Of course, all that just goes into supporting this show. This show is still number one for us right here, kids.
Yeah.
So you show your support, help us out there. What's another way people can show their support, Jeff?
Oh, you got to give those 5-star reviews, people. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you got to give them. And you got to give that 5 stars, and you got to say, I really like this, Jeff, and also let us know what song was ruined by classic rock radio for you. And then also just tell all of your friends, tell anyone you think that might like this, and tell them about the Patreon as well if they're into it. And if you're an avid listener, truly, signing up for that Patreon will really, this is a gig economy. It's one of the things we're fighting about.
Hey, that's one of the things with the damn strike right now. They're trying to turn everything into a gig economy.
But truly, the more support we get on the Patreon, the more dumb, ridiculous stuff in the best way possible we can and will do. We're holding ourselves back right now.
This is literally us holding ourselves
truly,
back.
The amount of episodes we were just babbling about is us being like, let's be calm.
Let's be reasonable
about our lives and our wives. But
because you got to be that's also my favorite Marshall Trucker Band song.
Oh, yeah, the Marshall Trucker Band. I love
Marshall Trucker Band. You got to be reasonable about your wives and your lives. We'll see you next time on 108.9 The Hawk.
108.9 The Hawk was created, written, and performed by Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock. For all episodes of 108.9 The Hawk, please search for 108.9 The Hawk on any podcast provider or visit 1089thehawk.com. To support the show, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/1089 Hawk, the world's greatest comedy podcast about classic rock radio. 108.9 The Hawk.